What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Lots up to cover, so let's get straight into it. The first thing we're going to talk about came from Alfredo Martinez saying, as a result of the bad COVID condition in Catalonia, the referendum of motion of no confidence seems to be delayed. As we all know, COVID cases are going up all over the world, and it's been very impactful on the city of Barcelona and especially Catalonia. And now it looks like the motion of referendum has been delayed. Hopefully it won't be delayed too long because everyone's trying to, I think they have new rules. I think the government came out the other day setting out new rules, new curfews, all that sort of stuff. So hopefully in like a week or two we will go on to stage 3 if Bartomeu decides or if he resigns. Next one's coming from Roger saying that the government also ruled out the possibility of having a public audience for the Camp Nou Champions League game against Ferencvaros on the Tuesday. There are rumors that, maybe they'll allow 1,000 fans to come in or maybe 2,000, but the government decided to reject that proposal from Bartomeu, as they don't think that they're ready to let in fans yet. As we all know, COVID cases are going way too high, especially in Barcelona and in Catalonia. So maybe, fans won't be coming back for at least another month or so. Maybe in the Dynamo Kiev game at home in the UCL, we were allowed to have fans back in. Because we all know that, of course, the UEFA have said, you know what, if you're ready to have fans in, you can let them in at any point, at any time. It all depends on the city of Barcelona. So hopefully we get the fans back in soon, and hopefully this next stage of referendum can come as soon as possible. This next one's coming in from Cope saying that there's tension between the board and the players over a proposed salary cut. The club threatened with a second major cut, and the players have already hired lawyers to defend their interests. This is basically what happened in the summer, or not really in the summer, during the beginning of COVID, how Bartomeu wanted to cut their wages by nearly 50%. And the players agreed to cut their wages by 70%, which was a big nice gesture from the players. And now Bartomeu wants to cut their wages again, and it looks like the players aren't really in favor for it. Some are in favor for it, some are not, but it's a majority that they do not want to cut their wages again. And they've all hired lawyers to defend their cases because they've already taken the 70%. I don't know if they have their full salary back now or if they're still on the 70% cut. I think right now they do have their full salary back because I don't know why Bartomeu is asking for another pay cut. Just shows how much of a wage bill issue we have. You look at the likes of Titi on 200k a week, not even playing. Frankie de Jong on 400k a week. Griezmann on 400k a week. Messi on almost $1 million per week. To be fair, we did cut a lot of big players out. We cut Rakitic was like on 150 or 200. Vidal was on the same. Suarez was on like 400. So we did do a good job in terms of cutting the wages. Rafinha as well, also on like 100 or so. But it looks like the wage bill is still an issue with the club, and Bartomeu still wants to get the players, to cut their wages. So hopefully this won't drag on like it did the last time, and hopefully the players and the board can come to a conclusion very soon. This next one's coming in from Oriel saying that Puyol will certainly not take part in any presidential candidate, but he has met with 5 possible pre-candidates. He has been offered the position of director and sports director, a position he'd like most. Depends on who wins, he could return to the club in 1 year's time. So we talked about this a few weeks ago, how Puyol may join one of the presidential candidates, have a good fight against Victor Font and Xavi, and there was rumored that he may join Juan Laporta. Looks like that's not going to happen now. Looks like he's going to wait and see who wins it, then decide whether he wants to join or not. It's going to be interesting. Obviously, Puyol, absolute legend of the club, probably the greatest captain ever played for the club, and one of the top center backs. Him and PK, probably the best center back ever to play for Barcelona, and of course, Ronald Koeman. So it'll be interesting to see him come back to the club. It'll be nice to see him come back to the club. We all know that his job was taken over by Eric Abidal after he left. So we'll see what happens with Puyol, but I do see him coming back to the club in the near future. This next one's coming in from TV3 saying Griezmann thinks he's capable to lead the team. He started off the season with excitement, but thinks that the team should look for him more. He also believes that if they look for him more, he would be much more involved. Of course, there's always speculative rumors saying that, Messi doesn't like to pass the ball to Griezmann. No one likes to, pass to Griezmann. He just makes darting runs to make open up space. That's not the case when he goes for France. And France is an integral part of the team. And, he scored the absolutely worldly goal the other day against Croatia. And he also came out with a lot of digs against Ronald Koeman. He came out in an interview afterwards in the French national team saying, I play my preferred role in France, and that's why the coach trusts me, and that's why I perform for him. A lot of digs against Koeman over the international break from Griezmann. Hopefully Koeman can rectify that and play Griezmann his correct role in the next few games. Obviously, we have a lot of games coming up. If we see him on the wing again, it's just going to be more and more, beef, so to say, between Griezmann and Koeman. Because we all know that Griezmann can perform at that top striker position. And he's very, wasteful on the wing, so to speak. So it's going to be very interesting. We have a lot of games coming up. Let's hope that Koeman doesn't use Griezmann on the wing. This next one's coming in from Fabrizio Romano from his Here We Go podcast that he did a few days ago, saying that Barcelona want to trigger the option in Riqui Puig's contract to extend his contract for 2 more years. Puig is willing to stay and is happy in Barcelona. Now we all know that Ansu Fati has a similar contract, structure, so to speak. Puig and Ansu Fati's contracts end in 2022, but they all both have the option, or Barcelona has the availability to trigger it to extend for 2 more years. So they're both in a similar situation. Looks like Riqui Puig is happy to stay. I do believe Ansu Fati is happy to stay as well. But keep in mind, Jorge Mendes is his agent, so they're gonna a lot of haggling and daggling for their wages and agent fees, so to speak. So we'll see on that. But I do believe Riqui Puig should be an integral part of the Barcelona squad and the Barcelona team, and then over the next few years, hopefully the new president that comes in can give him a proper contract, integrate him into the team, and hire a coach, Xavi, that will use him to the best ability that we all know that he has. Hopefully over the next few weeks as well, he gets a lot of opportunities in the squad. As we know, we have a lot of games coming. Riqui Puig's opportunity is coming, as we know we have a lot of games coming up. Hopefully he can take full advantage of that opportunity. This one's coming in from Juan Martí, saying that Barcelona have inquired about Di Maria and Juan Bernat from PSG. Both their contracts end on June 30th. So they're going to be free agents next season or next summer. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Also, you had that rumor about Di Maria coming a few years ago. Then Barcelona's Twitter got hacked, and then they said, welcome Di Maria, and we all went crazy. Then they said, oh, we got hacked. It's not true. So let me know if you guys would take Juan Bernat or Di Maria in the comments below. Personally, I would stay clear of Di Maria. Is it coming to the end of his career? I wouldn't really touch that. Juan Bernat would be a nice option, Spanish left back. Maybe we could have him in Firpo or him in Grimaldo, him in Gaia. He would be a great backup option instead of Firpo. But then again, he is reaching the age of 27, so it's like, it depends. If we can, get a good fee for Firpo and then bring him in on free, wouldn't mind that. But I would stay clear of Di Maria in my opinion. Obviously, I do think he's a world-class player, but he's coming to the end of his career, so I wouldn't really touch that. As we know, we're trying to, do a rebuild. We don't need another 30-year-old coming in. So, again, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Would you take Juan Bernat or Angel Di Maria in Barcelona? This next one's coming in from Sports, saying Ronald Koeman has convinced the dressing room the players are thrilled with him as a manager and are happily fulfilling his instructions as well as his demanding program during training sessions. Obviously, this is a big win. We've heard a lot of these rumors under Quique Setien and Valverde and so on and so forth, so don't want to fall for it again. They followed that up by saying Messi likes Koeman and has told that to the dressing room as well. So it looks like Koeman is doing well in terms of the Barcelona behind the scenes of Barcelona. The question is now, can they fulfill that on the pitch? Or so far, 3 wins in a draw or 2 wins in a draw? So only 1 goal to concede in those 3 games, which is obviously fantastic as well. Gotta give it time though. I wouldn't rush into any conclusions. We can't go saying that Ronald Koeman's gonna be the next big thing at Barcelona. Couldn't succeed at Everton, so you gotta give it some time. Wait for crunch time to come. See what decisions he make, and see the outcome of the results. Of course, he does have a very, very, very fantastic squad with an average age of probably like 25 or so, which is probably the youngest squad that we've had in a long, long, long time. A lot of big names in the team as well. You have Griezmann, talking about you over international break, but you have the whole dressing room backing you. So wouldn't rush to any conclusions. Let the season play out. Then we can make our decisions at the end. Now, some news regarding to the Getafe game this weekend on the Saturday. Alfredo Martinez has come out saying that Koeman will make rotations for the match against Getafe on Saturday. So we won't have the Gala 11 on Saturday. I'm very, very excited and also very nervous to see what changes Koeman makes. There are rumors that he's going to make 3 or 4 changes. A lot of Barcelona players played on the Wednesday. You had De Jong play, Griezmann, Lenglet, Messi a few days ago as well, Pjanic. A lot of Barcelona players playing recently, and we know, unfortunately, we had the game on Saturday instead of the Sunday. So good to see a lot of rotations. Hopefully, there are good ones. Maybe the likes of Dembele, Trincao, Alinia, Riqui Puig. Hopefully, they get a chance. Alfredo Martinez also came out saying that Jordi Alba is expected to return in time for the Clásico on the 24th of October. So Jordi Alba is ruled out for the game this weekend, but it looks like he's going to make a return for those 2 very difficult games we have in the Clásico and the Barcelona versus Juventus match. Speaking of the Juventus match, the whole Juventus team has COVID, so we don't even know if that game's going to continue. Also, you heard Ronaldo got COVID-19 a few days ago. Wesley McKennie got COVID-19. Now the whole Juventus team's in isolation. And the whole team needs to, test negative 6 days before the game. So, I don't even know if that game's going to go through. The question is, will it be postponed? Will they give us the win, just like they did with Juventus against Napoli a few days ago? So, It's going to be interesting. We'll know more information in the next coming days, because right now it's a little bit too early to call. Mundo Deportivo come out saying that Jordi Alba and Firpo are still not training with the group, and everything indicates that Des will be starting against Getafe on Saturday. So it looks like our fullbacks are set in stone in the likes of Sergio Roberto on the right-hand side, and it will be Sergio Des down the left-hand side. Both backs are injured, which means that both right backs have to play. Another reason why Des is a great sign that he can also play on the left-back position. Just like we said from before, when he first signed, he was nice covered there just in case. We just have a just-in-case scenario right now. Both our left backs are injured. And it looks like Sergio Des will be making his first start for Barcelona in the left back position. So following the topic we were talking about rotations against Getafe, Sport have come out saying that Ronald Koeman will introduce rotations against Getafe. Pjanic, Des, and Trincao all have options to start on Saturday. So of course, Des is probably 100% starting the game. Trincao, maybe could be between him and Dembele, or you can start them both, Trincao on the right and Dembele on the rest, and give Ansu Fati a rest. And Pjanic. Now, we all know that Pjanic played a game against Poland, Bosnia-Herzegovina against Poland, and Pjanic was subbed off within an hour during the game against Poland, but everything indicates that it was just a precaution. I do think that maybe if it was a back injury, so we had to be cautious with it and see how he trains. So I don't really see him starting the game. Now, the big question is, of course, Lionel Messi. Mundo Deportivo come out saying that the match against Getafe would be a great game to rest Messi, bearing in mind that Barcelona faced Getafe, Fernand Corresi in the UCL, Madrid, and Juve in the CL in the span of 12 days. Koeman must have decided he should rest Messi against Getafe. Leo played 2 full matches with the national team, one of them being against a fatigued Hernandez Celeste Stadium. Of course, we all know that game against Bolivia, very, very high altitude stadium. The players were in the dressing room with, probably oxygen tanks stuck to them because they couldn't even breathe. Will Messi be rested against Getafe is the big question. I have left a poll on my community tab if you want to go check it out and go vote. Would you start Messi, or would you even play Messi is the question. For me, I wouldn't play him. I wouldn't start him. I'd only bring him on if we're down maybe 1 goal or 2, and then, maybe last 20 minutes. Hopefully we're not in that situation. Besides from that, I would give Messi a rest. 3 massive games coming up. He's probably played out of his skin against Argentina because, they're absolutely trash, and he has to, play at the top level to, give them a chance to even qualify for the World Cup. So I would rest Messi. Let me know what you guys think on the poll that I posted on my community tab. So that's my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, comment, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the match preview against Getafe. A lot of games coming up. Absolutely excited. Finally, Barcelona's back, and finally this dead international break is over. This international break felt like it was so long, and it's coming to an end. And I'm very, very excited to see Barcelona over the next few days. We have 4 massive games. Hopefully we get the win in every single one of those games. See you guys tomorrow. Take care, and Forza Barca.